Headlines and deadlines. One talks about the news, the other talks about time. Well, this morning you're in luck because you get a perfect blend of both, the news in timely fashion. Welcome to the Newspaper Review, where we take the headlines. We're starting with a punch. Man gets 5-year jail term for spreading COVID-19. Wow. Minister tasks workers on improved electricity generation and distribution. 5 Delta communities cut off as major access bridge collapses. Illegal admission, federal government compiles errant varsities list. Onslaught against bandits can turn Nigeria into Afghanistan, Gumi states. APC multiple court cases, aggrieved members Deb Booney and panel compiles litigants list. Living on Just Season 6, I'll give Tega a second chance if she apologizes, her husband states. Interesting. How I escaped from gunmen who killed Showere's brother, widow claims. Super TV bus murder, court orders Chidinma accomplice, trial. ASU fresh strike threat causing panic, no agreement yet, the federal government states. And Wike orders IRS to collect VAT, warns defaulters. Alright, we're going to the Guardian shortly. The numbers to call to be a part of all of this: 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007. WhatsApp, of course, is 080-903-06. 416. Please turn off your radio as you call me. It's extremely important. I commend Governor Wike for his boldness and advocacy to improve revenue for the state. I strongly support the states to collect their VAT. For me, you cannot continue to rob Peter just to pay Paul. States must manage their resource. Thank you, Governor Wike. Christian Williams from Igboiche. And Ezekiel Isaiah. The problem of judiciary in Nigeria is the courts in River State and Abuja. This to represent what I call APC courts and PDP courts. Enough is enough, and let fair hearing take place, Ezekiel Isaiah states. And still on WhatsApp, the judiciary actually lost its glory many years from what we used to know. However, if the meeting will return the long hope of the common man, it will be the greatest welcome development in the system, what from Milele says. And from Itari Dukwe, the action of CGN on conflicting court orders is a good one, because as I keep saying, the incessant granting of interim injunction to politicians by judges are becoming embarrassing in the country. Very soon every Tom, Dick and Harry will have access to interlocutory orders preventing people from freely moving pending the final determination. If not, very soon court orders will be like the current situation with the affidavit on oath. It will be freely auctioned in every street corner of the society. Hector says the judiciary is supposed to be the conscience of our democracy, but it's unfortunate that some judges have allowed themselves to be used by politicians to tarnish the image of the judiciary. I will come to the action of the CGN to sanction such judges. Good morning. That's from Hector. All right, thank you very much, Hector. And Guinea's coup leader to form new government this week. This is not a welcome development following what is happening now both in the Middle East and Africa. The APC federal government in Nigeria should stop nepotism and rule the country very well to prevent what is going on in other parts of the world, because Nigeria is worse governed. Here's a King Boy says. My first call this morning is from Valentine, calling from Ondo State. Let's hear Valentine. Good morning, Valentine.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I want to comment on this. The government said onslaught against parties who return Nigerians to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So it means we should leave them alone there. We should pamper them and allow them to do whatever they are doing in Nigeria. So nobody should attack them or nobody should arrest them. Is that what they are saying? Thank you very much. God bless.
All right, thank you very much, Valentine. Iberi calls from Rundele. Good morning, Iberi.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Let me react to the situation of the state judges, 7 state judges, and the chief justice of Nigeria, Tenko. You see, that is a good and right direction. Because what especially different judiciary has turned to political parastatal in Nigeria, where a politician can just overnight tell them what the matter will appear, the next day they have bad judgment. So the more especially different chief judge should be cautioned so that you put fear to this position. That is my thing. Thank you. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much. And Chibike calls from Omuma. Good morning, Chibike.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful.
Yeah, the court, federal court sitting in Port Harcourt has ordered universities to collect their VAT. But internal revenue is the normal thing in all the states. River State is not different from Nigeria. Federal government will allow the state to make use of their internal revenues to develop the state. Even that internal revenue has been helping the state so much. Some of all these projects that the governor is doing, we generate them from internal revenue. So please, the federal government should please allow us to make use of what is due for us in the state. I want to thank the state governor for being proactive for that. Thank you and God bless. That's my take on that.
All right, thank you very much. JJ calls from Rumibo. Good morning, JJ.
Yeah, Sam, good morning.
Good morning.
Sam. CJN warning judges on conflicting orders. 3 of them will face NJC. This is the big news ever, the biggest news. Because according to Majek Fashek, he said the way many things are going now, anything might happen. When righteous people turn things upside down. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a good move to sanitize the Alo Shamba to make sure that anything that comes there. You know, at the time, people were calling the Ishari supermarket. By the time you call something supermarket, it means cash and carry. It doesn't make any sense. And Sam, the irony of the state right now, River State, is that today is World International Day for Clean Air and Blue Sky. Sam, put your hands in your nose and bring it out and tell the world what you have now. Use white hanky and tell the world what you have right now. So I think it's a day to take stock and see how to save people from the suit that we're facing right now in Britain. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, JJ. I'm tempted to do what you've said, but, you know, we do visual radio here, so people watch as they listen. And I imagine what that site would be like. Okay, let's just keep moving. Samuel calls from Rumo Calabar. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning.
Talk to me.
I think I want to thank the Chief Justice of Federation for speaking with all these judges that always compromise in their judges. I think any party issue, they should refer them to their National Working Committee. No judges should just make a pronouncement in the party where we spoil the party system. I think any issue with the party members, they should refer them to their party National Working Committee so that they will stop their cases. There's many cases in the INEC today that INEC cannot handle because of the judges, what they are doing, compromising the system of the party. It's not good. I think I thank the Sanko Mohammed for taking that step. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, God's Power calls from Eche. Good morning, God's Power.
Good morning, and Chinedu.
Go ahead.
I want to speak on APC with a lot of litigation. All these incoherencies surrounding APC is not solvable. Can't it be solved? Because I would like APC in my state, River State, to test the food this time. I don't like one party coming up without having other people contesting with them. Let them settle their house and put their houses in order. I want it to be in that order. And again, I want to speak on bridges collapsing in River State. Are we going to be cut off as we have been cut off from the year? Our own is not bridge, but there is waterlogged and no road in the year at all. So government should look into it as they are looking into the other bridges collapsing. This road has collapsed into two.
Right.
God bless.
Thank you very much, Gaspar. The headline reads, 5 Delta communities cut off as major access bridge collapses. Now, you'd like APC to be in power. That's okay. If you and many other people feel that way, there's a right way to go about it, voting. So if you can pull that off, by all means, your wish will be someone's command. Sam from Umerelu. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
I want to speak on the issue of the judges in Nigeria, particularly West State and the other states. You see, it's a welcome development if they can do it in this way to sanitize the judiciary, because the politicians have turned a court as a gallery where they will affect any type of law and begin to impose on us. So they should sanitize that. Then on the issue of clean-up day, my brother, what is happening in the suit, in terms of suit, is a very dangerous thing. That one is even worse than the COVID-19. If you touch your nose and see what is coming out, you know that there's a big problem that in the future that many of them will be skin cancer. So the US should wake up and clean up this the next so this will not give us a big blow in that tomorrow. Somebody will say this one is dead, this one is dead. Why we don't know what is doing? It's not of this thing. If you go to your water now and test it, you see that what we are taking is rubbish. And even when the most of products we are producing here in university, if you take produce, it is taking rubbish because of this. They should work on this and people will get their self clean. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We're taking messages from Facebook now. Good morning, Oracle. Patrick Amadi is my name. Governor Wike urging that VAT should be paid to state governments instead of federal government according to law. It is a welcome development. If I may ask, project has federal government cited in River State. The federal government does not deserve VAT from the state. Is it a question of deserving or what the law states? MLCAD JP says CGN queries to 3 judges is a move in the right direction because the way some judges are jumping and turning the courts to a supermarket, it will never go well in the country's judicial system. I urge the CGN to go inwards and exhume all erring judges and necessary disciplinary action taken against them as a deterrent to others. Lorenzo Delight says CGN Reading Riot Act to 7 judges is a good one. Let it serve as a warning to them and others. Lagos State government filed a murder case against Chidima. It is a nice one. She must face the law for taking life. We cannot tell if she took life yet, so the court will decide. Shegumi, if attack bandits could turn Nigeria to Afghanistan, then attack bandits to their victims, what would it turn them to? Gerald Emeka is asking. Stop preferential cut-off marks to northerners, El Rufai tells JAM. I concur with the governor. Let there be uniformity and generalization in entry requirements into schools because some section of the country are feeling cheated. It must make students lazy. Cletus Vergo says on Facebook. And Ajugunuhu, the governor of River State, should stop threatening companies and people doing legitimate business in the state with fire because we're not fighting war. Oh, really? And Charles Taji, the move by the River State government to collect VAT is applaudable. I'll be going back to the phone line shortly, but I believe we'll have messages on WhatsApp. Waika says the recent judgment in favor of the River State government against the Federal Inland Revenue Service is a welcome development, as the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria made it clear for states to collect taxes within the state, hence affirmed in the judgment. I will urge the government to judiciously use the revenue that will be generated as a result of this judgment in human capital development. All right. And it's unfortunate that someone in River State calls on the federal government and members of APC to come and collect gutters in River State. This is unfortunate and laughable. We now play politics with flooding in River State. Marshall from Elele Kingdom. CGN queries to 3 judges is a move in the right direction because the way some judges are going and turning the courts as a supermarket, it will never go down well in the country's judicial system. Emelka, I think you sent this on Facebook as well. And Wike threatens another lockdown in COVID-19 cases if COVID-19 cases increase. What is he locking us down for? The impact of the one lockdown he imposed on rivers is still affecting the society, especially the educational institutions, markets, nightclubs, and others. To even nurse that thought is wickedness of the highest order, Comrade Charles says. Back to the phone lines. Justice from Omudiaga. Good morning, Justice.
Yes, good morning. My name is Justice Jory. I'm calling from Omudiaga.
Go ahead.
Governor Wike threatens to impose another lockdown if COVID cases keep increasing. It is very bad that up till now, despite all the experiences we have gone through as a result of COVID-19, the government is still begging us to comply with COVID protocols. It is very bad. Presently in Rivers State, we don't need another lockdown because we need to go out to look for what we eat. And since we don't need another lockdown, the only thing we have to do is to obey laws by observing all the precautionary measures and take our vaccine. As I speak with you, I have taken the vaccine. And I still encourage other people to go and take vaccine and observe precautionary measures so that the COVID cases will not keep increasing. If the number keeps increasing, the government has no option that impose another lockdown. Let us obey laws if we don't want to cry. Let us go and take vaccine. Let us observe precautionary measures to be alive. Thank you very much. I'm Justice Dori.
All right, thank you very much, Justice. And George from Buguma, good morning.
Yeah, Sam, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Yes, my brother. You see, I want to join my voice with Tanko Mohammed, the CJN. That is enough of this rascality in the judiciary, where you see all kinds of conflicting judgments flying left, right, and center. Are we in a banana republic? I think there is high time absolute sanity should step in the judiciary, where if there is a judgment in a lower court, the next person proceeds to the appellate court, from there to the Supreme Court. I think this how the courts are being spaced from a lower to the appellate to Supreme. Why will we continue to have conflicting judges? Are they not no more learned men anymore? What are they teaching us? I think we are expected to be seeing their point of they should tell us that they are actually a learned men, not to be teaching us the contrary.
All right, Joe.
I think it is time we stop this thing.
Thank you very much. And Daniel calls from Omuma. Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning, my oral.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Let me speak on multiple cases of fully compiling the list of APC members going to court. I think the judiciary is on their own. The politicians are going to court. And APC will never stop going to court as you see them, because they have no aims and objectives when they enter. They have no blueprint. By special grace of God and by the power of the Almighty, the APC will be in court till 2024 in Jesus' name.
I'm not sure how to respond to that prayer, or if I should even respond at all. But I think Temple's call would suffice. Good morning, Temple.
Good morning, the very distinguished Arako. How are you doing this morning, sir?
I'm wonderful.
Yes, sir. Temple, okay. The distinguished Arako, the Tanko Mohammed being the chief judge of the federation, queries of judges, I think for me it's a very good one. But I will continue to say it. Not matter of querying the judges, distinguished Arako, if you ask me. The chief judge himself, being Tanko Mohammed, is part of what we are suffering today. These conflicting court injunctions and court orders, is it not also emanating from Abuja there? So they are all as a partner in crime, if you ask me. Because the chief the judiciary have that full autonomy, countries on their own. We have them. My brother, they will continue to dance to the tune and the body language of their paymaster. Take it or leave it from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Temple. Once upon a time in Nigeria, the trinity of satisfying careers for parents were doctor, lawyer, and engineer. If your child wanted to gain admission, you very likely wanted them to be one of these three. Now, doctors in Nigeria are on strike every week. They're going to Saudi Arabia and other countries, and it's not as juicy to be a doctor in Nigeria. The lawyers, well, we're hearing different things about conflicting orders from different courts. I don't know if parents still want their kids to be lawyers with the Nigerian way of doing it. Engineers, well, we are watching. Over to Akanto calling from Bori. Good morning, Akanto.
My great brother, happy new
Happy New Year to you.
Greet you so much.
Go ahead.
But my name is Akanto from Borogori. I want to quickly respond to the issue in the news and River State government on the issue of value-added tax. You see, I want to tell Nigerians that Wiki has set the pace. They have set the pace against marginalization. Look at it. Government will be producing, giving more money to the federal government, and at the end of the day, no meaningful development is coming back to the state. So Wiki has set the pace that all the money that will be paid to federal government should be collected by River State government. And it's also there then that the inland revenue agency should never again interfere in collection of the tax in River State. So I think this is a kind of setting the pace for other governors of other states to follow suit. That the issue of conflicting judgment let the judiciary itself correct themselves. This is what the federal government have done. It was the federal government to appoint of APC federal government to appoint the senior judges to head the Supreme Court to also violate it and go back to the number 9 practice. Have you heard of the case in Imo State where the APC government is affair? And up to today, the APC federal government has never called the judiciary.
But let's move on now. Thank you very much. Over to Facebook. And Anobi Onyekachi says Governor Wike wants FIRS. He matches words with action. But in terms of open grazing, I think he's afraid of something. I wonder what that is. Anobi. I wonder. Sierra Barry Ged says people will continue to go to court when their rights are deprived. It is their constitutional right, and they will use it. APC National should do the needful so its members will not go to court. And Sierra Barry claims his viewing from Kaduna State. Egbe Ize Omorige on states collecting VAT. You cannot rob Peter to pay Paul. I think it's a good move. I'm not expecting the not to accept the decision. I don't know why Peter is always the one robbed in this narrative. Peter must want a change of name at this point. Good news from PH Town. Good morning.
Well, good morning, my brother.
Morning.
Yes, when Tanko invites judges, questions them. Now, the NCC for me is handling that issue. What about the lawyers that take these cases to them? I expect the Different Association, who is their union body, to start dealing decisively with these lawyers. So that when people come with these false issues, they will say, this one, I cannot take this one to the court because my road will be pulled out. My week will be thrown away. And this political is the thing that happened in the Federal Revenue Service, which gave orders for Governor UK. I expected the lawyers of the federal government to have gone to appeal. Instead, they went to other federal high court. And thank God the judge of the federal court said no, that they cannot rule against themselves. That it's because of them to go to the appeal. Now, what are the NBA doing to deal with judge where their colleagues that played this way? Good news from Port Harcourt.
All right, Promise calls from Rumo Odumaya. Good morning, Promise.
Good morning, Sam Oracle.
Good morning.
Yes, federal government to meet with ASU. I think it's a welcome development. But meeting with them is not enough. I think there should be a preparatory ground. They should be prepared before meeting ASU. So that meeting them, you just meet up their demands. And instead of making them going on strike, coming on strike, and so on and so forth. It's a welcome development. They should be prepared to meet ASU and meet up their demands. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. The federal government has too many meetings. Uche Ken Nduku says Chief Justice of Federation Tanko Mohammed summoned 6 CJs yesterday. It's a good one, if only they will hear and put words into practice. The judiciary is no longer the hope of the common man because of the various courts' conflicting judgments. The masses are no longer enjoying what judiciary used to be. Please, they should be cautioned and match words with action. Flex Oludiran on Facebook still. The man in the studio, the Lord is our strength in Nigeria. I'm getting tired of what's going on in the country. What's the way forward? Okay, the man in the studio does not know the answer to that question. Miracle Kanabari. Good morning. Flood in River State. Yeah, most of the in our states. Okay, that's not very clear. For my sanity, I'll just let it be. David West from Yenogua. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Oracle.
Good morning.
Let me look at your in-house news.
Look at it.
and a call on the federal government to come and clean the drainages and the flood issue. If I may ask Mr. Oracle, what about the ecological fund the state receives? What do they do with it? For me, the Ministry of Environment or Environmental Issues is under the concurrent legislative lead. So the state-owned Ministry of Environment, what are they doing? Mr. Governor, if you collect the VAT, use part of the VAT you want to collect to take care of the environmental issues of the state. Then finally, I think this NJC should step up its big hammer to discipline erring judges who go about giving Jankara ex parte orders. Good morning, sir.
Okay. I like how he says big hammer and he makes it sound like it's bigger than the gavel using in the court of law. I appeal to Governor Wike not to impose another lockdown. Even the federal government has said it will not survive another lockdown since it's still recovering from the first one. Let's just observe all the protocols and it shall be well with us. Newton Akira says on WhatsApp, Gifting Serum, one of the dreaded menace that is eating deep into the fabric of our system is over politicization of issues of public concern. Instead of proffering remedies for the flood in the state, someone is telling us the flood is caused by drainages in federal roads. Oh, well, Gift, you know how opinions are. Everyone has one. Live with it. CGN Reading Rights Act to 7 judges is a good one. Let it serve as a serious warning to them and others. Lagos State government filed murder case against Chidinma. It's also a nice one. And the first Big Brother comment I'm getting, Tega's husband to give her a second chance if she apologizes. That man must be a genuine born-again Don Dada from Rumebele. Well, you know what they say, for better or worse, he's putting action to words. He's a real husband. Understand that. Ibiso calls from Odili Road. Good morning, Ibiso.
Yes, Andrew, good morning.
It's Sam. Morning.
Yes, I want to react about concerning the flood issue raised by Bodo Kawan. I want to ask whether Woji Road is federal road and where Senator Anderson is living, that flood, whereas Anderson was complaining about flood, and Secretariat, back of the Secretariat, that people who are complaining about flood and all the little. You see, the thing there is most of our young men, they've lost ideas. We are talking about flood. You are doing the government into the flood. That's D-line, federal road. When you're going to talk about flood, you just come and talk about the flood, that the government should do something. Don't drag federal government into this thing. It's Elekaya federal government road. It's Casamadi Road, federal government road, that somebody will just get about, you know, to place cheap politics to satisfy your master that you are talking on the air. I'm so disappointed with some of our youth. Secondly, Chief Judge. The thing there is, River State, everyone is complaining. River State, our judges in River State, they are just giving this thing like Akara. That's someone will buy Akara. Some say, oh, I'll give it 15 rand Jara. If you really are doing it, that somebody is selling Ghana can even interpret a court matter. The Chief Judge they should take an action. And secondly, you see that the MJC or the MJC members, they are playing politics. So anything they are doing, they look at it as if it's the right thing that they are doing.
Okay.
If the children want to take action, take an action that will affect those that are doing it. Let the public know those people. And let us know the lawyers are the problem to this country.
I must move on now. I don't know, it's getting worse as time elapses. First of all, people say supermarket, someone else is saying Akara. I think the justice system is being compared to some craziness. Alfred from Emoha. Good morning, Alfred.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
RIRS to collect VAT for River State. We welcome development. That judgment is in the right direction. I am applauding the government this morning for that judgment. Then flood ravaged some homes or houses in River State. I want to call on the government of the state that claim of quality projects to construct or give us a better drainage. I am also begging Julius Berger this morning not to reduce their standard of work in River State as a result of their overpopularity. Yeah, I think Julius Berger is reducing their standard of work. In some places, their drainage in here now is no longer what it used to be. I'm calling on them to always give us a better drainage now that will avoid us of this flood as we speak in time since 9. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Kingsley from HA, good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Coming from HA.
All right.
Governor Wiki is threatening to lock us down again because we are not abiding the COVID-19 rules and regulations. Please, Mr. Governor, don't lock us down. We are going to abide the rules. Because you know that this APC government is a hardship to everybody. We are complaining that there's no food. If lock us down again, where are we going to get the food to eat? Please, our governor, don't lock us down again and make us the colleagues from the chair.
All right, Kingsley from HA. I'm certain, I wasn't sure before now if the governor was listening, but I'm sure he heard you. Don't lock us down, governor. Don't lock us down. Roundface on Facebook, good morning. Governor threatens fresh COVID-19 lockdown in the state. It's not a good one because there's hunger and flood in the land. He should look for modality that will encourage Rivers people to take the vaccine. Roundface. Oh well. Ferdinand Wodo, politics has blinded us in the state. Someone calling on federal government to come and clean the drainage on Federal Road. I wonder if these politicians think at all. What's the work of the local and state governments? Young Henko, Governor Wike ran away from getting vaccinated, and yet he's threatening lockdown. Young, why would you say that? Why would you say he ran away? Emeka Onyekwere, the governor is talking about COVID-19 and his threat to shut down the state. If people don't take the vaccine, it is laughable at the highest level of hypocrisy. I think this is why I said some of these politicians do not have our interests at heart. I remember what happened during the lockdown. It was a game of man no man. The palliatives were shared among the indigents, while the non-indigents were left to their fate. Let's go over to WhatsApp. I'm sure there's something happening there. Good morning. Governor threatening to impose fresh lockdown. Lockdown is not a solution to the increasing cases of COVID, as the governor has not done enough in sensitizing the people, and palliatives such as the free bus scheme. How long were the buses on the road? Mr. Bright from Port Hackett is asking. And the CGN has allowed Nigerian judiciary to become a child's play under his watch since 2015. Nigerian judiciary has failed in judgment and in action. Politics have taken over our courtrooms. Injustice and gifts from different politicians have become the ringtone in the ears of the judiciary. Many years of educational struggle to become a justice, it ends in the hands of an uneducated politician. Shame on us, Imodan. I don't know why this lands heavier than it should, but it does. The CGN and judges, my brother, our judicial system is now something else. The CGN himself started it in Imo. What on earth is he expecting from his judges? We are watching. Ibe from Odumaya says. And what has to be my final comment? Okay, that's not my final comment. Moving on. The query by CGN and some judges is overdue, considering how some of these judges have allowed politicians inflate them negatively. Finally, Governor Wike threatening lockdown over rise in COVID. If I may ask Governor Wike, when was his vaccine taken? This vaccine you are looking for, I don't know. Is it missing? Anyway, it's coming up at 8. We'll be talking about the VAT, which state government, especially River State, expects to be paid to RIRS instead of FIRS. What are the implications of that, and is that the best for us? That's the conversation. Don't go anywhere.